So you are an entrepreneur and you decide, I'm going to create a business and I'm also smart and have an estate plan that includes a trust. The problem is that you don't know how to get the business into the trust, because if you don't do that, the business is still going to go through probate. And if you know anything about me, I'm not a fan of probate. So if you have any questions on this or anything else, I want to help you understand how to transfer your business into the trust. Go to my website, www.legionlawpllc.com. You can schedule a free consultation directly on my Contact Us page. So with that, let's figure out how to transfer an LLC or a corporation or any other type of business into a trust. Again, because you want to avoid probate with that asset. So it's really straightforward. Well, relatively straightforward. You got to read, the first step is that you got to read the business documents first. More specifically, you're looking at the company agreement, or the operating agreement is what is more commonly called. You look at the operating agreement, and this is a document that is optional, but strongly recommended for businesses out there, because this document states, hey, this is how we're going to run, this is how we're going to operate our company. And even if you're by yourself, you still want this document out there to state, hey, if I want to transfer my shares, I can have unlimited authority to do so. Because if you don't have the operating agreement say that, if there's certain restrictions, if it can only go to family members but no trusts, if there's anything in there that says no trust, no transfer allowed to a trust, then you're sunk in the water and you can't do anything about it. You could change the operating agreement to let you transfer into a trust, but you have to make sure you have that authority in the first place by looking at that agreement. And if you don't have the agreement, you got to draft one. So that's the first step. The second would be to do an assignment of interest. So it's a simple piece of paper that says, hey, I'm transferring my shares from me as the individual to me as trustee of my trust. That's it. I'm transferring from my right pocket to my left pocket. Very straightforward. But the paper also needs to be signed by the person who has the authority to sign in the company agreement. So again, the company agreement is very important, because you'll have a secretary, for instance, the corporate secretary or the company secretary, that will say, yeah, I can sign and verify we're okay with this as the company. Because the company should be acting by itself. You are in charge of the company, you manage the company, you do whatever you want with the company, but the company is by itself. It's not you. So you have to have somebody act on your behalf, or act on the company's behalf. And that might be you. If you're transferring, like I own my own business, I'm the only owner. If I transfer my company to my trust, then I'm signing as me to my trust, and also me as the company guy saying, yay, I'm good to go with this. So that's definitely a possibility as well. Last but not least, after you get that signature of the assignment of interest done, then you also want to make sure your corporate documents and your tax documents reflect that as well. So in Texas, when you're filing your franchise tax, just say, hey, the trust owns it now, not me as an individual. It's the same thing now because it's a revocable trust. And then on top of that, your corporate documents, your operating agreement, you'll want to make sure that you go to the part where it says, here's who owns the shares. And you'll say, instead of 100% Derek owning this, you'll say 100% Derek as trustee of the Derek Trust dated whatever. And by doing that, doing all three steps, verifying you have that authority, transferring the shares from you to the trust, and then updating the corporate or the company documents, that is how you transfer a company or an LLC into a trust. So it's kind of a tedious process. You got to make sure you have all the right ducks in a row to make sure all those documents reflect exactly what happened. But if you have any questions on this or anything else, I'd be more than happy to chat about it. You can email me directly, Derek, D-E-R-E-K, at legionlawpllc.com, or you can go to my website, www.legionlawpllc.com, schedule a free consultation when you go to the Contact Us page, and we can talk about this or anything else. So thank you so much for watching, and have a great day.